16 teams lining up for the Dialog Schools Rugby League, and only one winner will be able to come away with the coveted championship. Right now it's the junior games happening here at Havelock Park, and conditions look sublime for some good running rugby. Underfoot conditions are a bit soggy, but having said that, apart from that, all other conditions look sublime, and there has not been any rain around, and we will all be hoping that this weather conditions will continue throughout the evening. St. Joseph's College coming in following a good campaign last season, but I'm sure they will not be too pleased with how things ended. And Vidyartha College, of course, making their way up into the top division. They will want to stake a claim for the prize. The weather conditions a bit cloudy, but apart from that, things look really good here at Havelock Park. The sun is beating down on us, and there does not seem to be too many clouds in the sky. A max temperature, we could reach a potential of 31, but there will be no chance that will be a drop into the minimum of 27. Bit of wind going from left to right on your screens as the teams prepare themselves and they go through the final warm-up regime. Vidyartha College are in their customary dark blue and yellow warm-up strip, while the Josephians, the home team, are in their light blue strip. So it promises to be a thrilling encounter here at Havelock Park. But before that, we will have about 15 minutes or so before kickoff. Before we go any further, we will go in for a quick commercial break, and on the other side with team cards and live action.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Double magic. Double magic.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියේදී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. NDB නියොස් තියේදී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියේදී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
5 accounts from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Real energy for real life. Ride. Right. Right.
Studies ikai jobs dekaduna karanna.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
අප්පා හරියට waterproof කරේ නැත්නම් ටයිල් වල සල්ලි ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ගිය සල්ලි සේරම වතුරේ.
ඉහළ ටෙන්සයිල් ඇඩිෂන් සහ ක්‍රැක් බ්‍රිජින් හැකියාව සමගින් ඔබේ නිවාස සියලු ජලකාන්දු වලින් ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof ජලකාන්දුවට තිත.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න. beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න. හදවත බාවලා යන්න ගින්නර fashion කරන්න. fun තුරන්න කොතුමි කික් එක වෙන්න. Prima කොතුමි fun තමයි.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now.
Welcome back to the live telecast from Havelock Park. We're moments away from kickoff in this season opener here at Havelock Park as St. Joseph's College play host to Vidyartha College. Both teams are going through their final warm-up as the youngsters battle it out for the junior games. This season promises to be a thriller with 16 teams battling it out for the coveted Dialog Schools Rugby League Championship. And at the end of the day, there can be only one winner. And it'll be interesting to see how tough this season gets as we go through the weeks and months of rugby. Vidyartha College, of course, these are their fixtures lined up for the 7 weeks to come. St. Joseph's College, they play each other today. And next it'll be Royal College on the 23rd, Kingswood College on the 29th, St. Peter's College on the 7th, Zaira College on 13th of July, Thurston College on the 21st of July, and Wesley College on the 28th of July. So plenty of rugby lined up for Vidyartha College and for St. Joseph's College as well in a similar fashion. As I have Shanaka alongside me in the commentary box. Shanaka, promises to be a thrilling game of rugby and a good season ahead, Shanaka.
Wonderful to be here at the start of the season, Romario. Everybody's been looking forward to it. These kids have been training for maybe the last 6 months, if not more, been doing their off-season, their pre-season, and of course their conditioning, which they'll be glad to leave behind, I'm sure. And looking out on this Havelock Park pitch, it looks a very different pitch to the last time we were here, Romario, which was very hot and very dry. And the rains over the last few months have really softened this pitch up. It's going to be an interesting match, that's for sure. For Vidyartha travelling down for their first match of the season, it's going to be a real tester against this Joe's side, who are seasoned, of these experienced boys who have been through the mill, who have plenty of A-Division rugby under their belt. So Vidyartha is going to be tested, especially away from home. So let's hope that they are up to it.
Yes, indeed, they will be tested, but I think this Josephine team also will be something to look forward to as we see the fixtures of St. Joseph's College. Of course, the first game today against Vidyartha College. Then it will be Zaira on the 22nd of June at Zaira College grounds. Thurston College on the 29th of June. Wesley College on the 5th of July. St. Peter's College, their big match, Royal and Kingswood. Quite, you could say, they have a couple of games to play themselves into the season for St. Joseph's College before they get the big guns towards the end of it.
If I was a coach and I saw this fixture card, Romario, I'd be very happy because it leads you into this season nicely. It gives you maybe teams that are not as strong as you are to play along the way, get your combinations right. And then Wesley, one of the big guns, contending for maybe the last 4 spot. Then they come up. Then, of course, you've got good opposition before your big game. That's St. Peter's, and of course Royal College, always Royal Joes, has been a game that everyone looks forward to, and Kingswood College to round it off as well. So that's a lovely season fixture card for St. Joseph's College, much better than the fixture card for both Royal and St. Peter's last year, who met in the first game of the season. That was almost a title decider before anyone knew what was going on. So I think this season we won't have to go through that kind of certainty early on.
Plenty for the coaches to plan and settle in to the season. Of course, St. Joseph's College coached by Nilfa Ibrahim and assisted by Dulanjana Vijay Singh.
He's been around for a while, Nilfa Ibrahim, with this Joe's setup, so he knows the system well. He would have been in charge of these boys when they were juniors as well. They would have been juniors in his setup. Coming through the ranks, knowing what this Joe's rugby culture of late is, and seeing players like Gamunu Chetia, Navin Marasinghe, guys who have done well at a club and national level as well, Romario. It'll be really inspiring for these Joe's kids. And just walking through the grounds just on my way here and seeing all the young boys playing rugby, not wanting to put the ball down, not listening to their coaches or their captains who are telling them to go and sit down and watch the game. That's really good for a junior structure to have.
Indeed, Shanaka. Plenty has improved over the past years at St. Joseph's College with the rugby culture just slowly but surely settling in. The numbers have increased, and it's good to see that players, children in school, rather, they just do. It's not only playing cricket for them, it's also about playing rugby, because they know that they have something to achieve at the end of their school career as well.
Certainly is, and St. Joseph's used to be very much athletics and cricket school, as you know well, Romario, back when I was in school. Of course, rugby became far more part of the fabric at St. Joseph's later on. And then, of course, at the basketball, you guys really did well in the 2000s also. So it really is a rich sporting culture that rugby has now become a massive part of, and that's wonderful to see. Vidyartha have been traditionally best known for their boxing teams, and they won the Stubbs Shield many a time, and they've got some really good boxers coming out of Kandy at wearing the Vidyartha colours, and then of course you had some really good players coming through, and some even making international level. So that's where I think these Vidyartha boys wanted to stamp their mark again. They were a real force to be reckoned with towards the late 90s and the early 2000s, and they fell off just a little bit, and now it's time for them to start coming back into the A division and start being taken seriously again.
Certainly is, and themselves finding themselves in the top tier A division rugby league as well plays a massive role, because the players in school too will know that they are playing at the highest level of rugby that they can play in the school levels, and that sets a target for them to achieve for themselves as well. So before we go any further, we will go in for a quick commercial break and be back with the team news and the kickoff on the other side.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Gold Hair and Body Wash Shaker. Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Gold Hair and Body Wash Shaker.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කින් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One? Wait, really? Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Double magic.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Eleven lemon puff puff.
රටයම මිහිරයි Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff Maliban lemon puff chill වෙන්න lemon
ටයිල් නන්නියමට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවලු?
ඕනෑම මතුපිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකෙන් පිදුම් ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
As the Josephians make their way out of the tunnel, Vidyartha College has already lined up and we are moments away from kickoff in this big encounter. It's game time and the 2024 Dialog Schools Rugby League. We are moments away from kickoff, Shanaka.
Yes, the crackers are out, the flags are out, the big match atmosphere is out. For a moment you'd forget these are boys playing rugby against each other. We'll do well for all of us to remember that as this season goes along. Obviously, it will be the peak of most of these boys' careers. Some of them will go on, hopefully, to play in the clubs. And also, for Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan national team doing really well in the last couple of months, Romario, and that must have been a real shot in the arm for these schoolboy players, something to look forward to.
Plenty to look forward to, in fact, as they're now moments away from the teams lining up for their customary college anthem and the kickoff of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024 season.
Line up alongside the trophy to get the official introductions underway. Go ahead, boys.
Team introductions. And then we will follow
both teams looking more than
the all-important kickoff of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024 season.
The wait is over. It's now time for action.
Both teams will be eagerly awaiting to get on the field and get on with things, because it has been quite a long wait, but they have to be patient for a few more minutes. The dignitaries will be introduced to them before they enter the fray, and you can see on their faces the youngsters they seem to be quite ready. It's now pretty much about action.
Yes, it's one of those periods of the game where you just want things to go on. But coaches will have to factor this into their warm-ups if this is going to be regular during the course of the season. If they're going to have introductions, school songs and handshakes in every game, then they will need to factor that into their warm-up, make sure that the boys don't cool down after they've been doing such rigorous warm-up as well.
You can see the dignitaries making their way. The rector of St. Joseph's College and representative from Dialog, along with skipper for St. Joseph's College, Vishika Fernando, introducing his team to the dignitaries.
It's probably at the hottest at the moment, Romario, and it's going to start getting cooler from here. That'll be this, so we may see a few drop balls in this heat. May see a few mistakes early on, but I think the teams will settle in nicely. We should see an entertaining encounter, that's for sure.
Always a season opener, you can you see a bit of rust before the two teams settle in, and could expect a bit of the same.
This is a fairly long opening ceremony, isn't it, Romario? Everyone preserving the moment for posterity.
First off, for the Vidyartha College anthem.
Both teams standing up for the Vidyartha College anthem.
with that, ladies and gentlemen, these continue
That
to
was
remain
the
standing in
Vidyartha
your
College
areas, this
school
time
song.
for the St.
And now
Joseph's College anthem.
we'll be preparing for the St. Joseph's College school song. Both teams finishing up quite a long team introduction, and now we are pretty much in for kickoff in a few minutes.
Well, that was a long introduction for sure. As you look at Vidyartha College, Janidu Varisadira, Jayasinghe, De Silva, Velikadage, Vijayatunga, Rajapaksa, Shakik, Malinga, Tamodya, Dimel, Balasurya, Gayan Pereira, Pieratna, and Aditya Ranavira brings up the last line of defense. Dhananjaya Dullaeva, Sahan Adhikari, Rajapaksa Ekanayaka, Nilshan, Keshan, Narayana, and Vijayaratna make up the bench.
For St. Joseph's College, it'll be Malinda Pereira and Rodrigo in the front rows. Gamage and Janit Marasinghe, the brother of Naveen Marasinghe, in the lock-in combination, while Cruz, Pramod Perra and the skipper Vishika Fernando will round off the forwards for St. Joseph's College. Iran and Jayasekara, Bhishma Jayasekara will be in the half-back combination, while Ivano White, Malshan Devmin will be in the centres, and Kitnuka, Jayasurya and Gunaratna will round off the run-on 15 for St. Joseph's College. Quite a bit of firepower for St. Joseph's College in the centres and in the forwards, but we'll be looking at this back line and what they can do and all the exploits that they'll bring onto the field.
Well, we've been waiting a long time and we're finally ready for kickoff. And it will be Senithu Iran to kick off, and he kicks long for Vidyartha to field, and no real pressure on the Vidyartha clearance kick, and immediately finding touch. So a good safe start from Vidyartha. That'll settle their nerves a little bit. Nice to feel the ball in the hands for the first catch, Romario. And always nice to feel it off the center of your boot as well. Referee Aruna Santha, assistant referee Aruna Santha, just shooing some over-eager spectators over the line.
And he will be assisting Gihan Yatavara, the man in the centre.
That's Dulanjana Vijayasinghe, the forwards coach of St. Joseph's, and he would have liked the way that driving maul was set up. Making plenty of ground. There's talk in World Rugby circles that there will be only one stoppage allowed, Romario, going forward, but that rule is not in play now. And here's Eran with the ball out first to Bhishma Jayasekara. Crashed up on a nice angle. Here's Jayasekara with a nice ball out to his fullback coming in, Nathan Gunaratne. And the first penalty coming for St. Joseph's. Gihan Yatavara says you didn't get away fast enough. And some nice angles hit by the Josephian backs, yielding results.
And an early opportunity for St. Joseph's College to go for points. And straight away, the skipper and experienced youngster Ivano White in the centres with kicking duties. Points straight away to the posts. Before this, there was a good run by the centres, but there you can see the player went off his feet and continued to play the ball, and hence the referee straight away blew it in favour of St. Joseph's College.
Looked like it was Balasurya who lost his feet, and he had to have the discipline to let go of the ball, Romario. He just kept playing. It's no problem to lose your feet, but you really must get out of the way of the ball. As Ivano White looks to line up the first points of this 2024 season, and it's good. Could hear the crowd behind the goal posts, and Ivano White has the first points for St. Joseph's and this school season. 2.5 minutes into this game against Vidyartha in the Dialog Schools Rugby League.
Good settling phase of play there for St. Joseph's College, and ended by Ivano White scoring the 3 points for the Josephians. So a good start and some early points on the board for St. Joseph's College.
Ranavira now to restart for Vidyartha. They go a little shorter for White, who will drill this down the touchline and find a decent touch on the 40-meter mark in his own area.
Pretty much both schools just sticking to their patterns early on, not playing too much of rugby or any of that in the red zone, and straight away from the restart, returning the favour and settling things down.
So first real possession now for Vidyartha. Let's see how their line out goes, and it does well early doors. Nice pass out to Ranavira. Lovely angle coming in off his wing was Dimel. And that was a beautiful ball, beautifully intercepted as well. Straight for the line. Are they going to catch him? Yes, they can. Nice discipline there as well, and Gihan Yatavere is on the spot to reward Vidyartha with the penalty. My goodness, what a piece of defence that was. Taken quickly from Kumara. Kumara now looking to run. Nice ball out in front of his player. Now they've got the whole field opened up, but a tackle made by Nathan Gunaratne, but he drags his way over the line, the Vidyartha attacker. This has started off brilliantly, this game. Cutting back in field is Vijay Tunga. This ball from Karuna Tilaka. Lovely delayed pass once again, and Dimel cuts in, but it looks like there might have been a high tackle there, and my goodness, that intercept was a thing of beauty, but unfortunately for Malshan Devmin, he just didn't have the gas to go under the posts, and what a chase down that was. Superb defense.
Indeed, some lovely bit of play there. First by the attacker, rather the defender, the Josephian defender, to nick the pass.
Well, it's an early yellow card for Tevan Kitnuka on that right wing. He did go in a little bit high, if we can see a replay of that. And it looked like there might have been a break on Romario, which is why referee Atavara's hand was forced there, not just a penalty.
And early doors just setting the tone there by the referee, making sure the players are aware that no high tackle will go unpenalized. As what a phase of play. This is the replay. You can see there the number 14. Well, in fact, the ball carrier too was falling, and he was falling at a rate of knots. But unfortunately for the number 14 from St. Joseph's College, Kitnuka, he sees himself sitting in the bin for 10 minutes.
He did get his head in the wrong position, Gitnuka, and that's what really made that problematic. Nice throw to the back, won by Rajapaksa and setting up the driving maul at number 6, but St. Joseph's are equal to the task. Been a promising start from this Vidyartha team. They've won 2 good lineouts and lovely little short pass as well. Dimel coming off his wing. Beautiful pass from Dimel, delayed it just as long as he could, and with the extra man in the line, Vidyartha scores the first Amana Bank try for this 2024 season. Vidyartha are the first scorers, and if you had some money on that, you'll be a rich man.
Indeed, a lovely bit of play there by the Vidyartha College lads. Lovely backdoor play. The blindside winger coming from outside of the centers and taking the ball and creating the extra man. And the hands of Vidyartha College, sublime. And if there were any words on the street that Vidyartha College backline was something to look out for, well, this is an example of that.
Really well structured play, Romario, especially because they knew that there were a defender shot in the backline, St. Joseph's, and Vidyartha made sure they went through each and every single hand. They didn't skip too many passes. There were no fancy plays. They made sure every one of their backs touched the ball, and it was a beautiful delayed pass from Dimel that set up that try. Just for a moment I thought he was going to go himself, but he managed to give the pass out just as the defender committed, and that was outstanding work as Kumara now looks to try and add the extra points to take an unexpected 4-point lead in this early part of the game.
And by the looks of it, the conversion was good there. The flags went up, and St. Joseph's College trailing early on as we see the replay there. The finish of the number 14 winger for Vidyartha College.
Beautifully done by Vidyartha, and just shading it inside the post that time. Kumara, it was close. But they all count if they're within the uprights. Iran puts this one a little shorter than the last one. Nicely taken that time by Izmi. Jayasingh carrying the ball forward. Nice angle from him. And now they're looking to maybe do a little bit more running. The ball knocked on. And this is where Vidyartha will be tested. This is where they need to make sure that even though they scored a really good try, they must get out of the red zone again. And sometimes it can give you a little false sense of confidence after you've scored the try. You really need to start all over again, get back to the halfway mark and try and play from there. But now they've given St. Joseph's an attacking opportunity. But just to talk about that try one more time, Romario, not only was it a really good try, but we remember where it started from. It started under the post. They did some really good defensive work, won the penalty, and had the audacity to run that penalty, and that's where the try came from.
Indeed, Chanaka, that's what they are known for with the other college, running the ball, spreading it wide, and that's exactly what they did from inside their own half, and they somehow managed to finish it and take the lead here.
That ball squirting out just a little too early for the liking of Sanitu Iran. He had barely time to come round, having a few words with his number 8, I'm sure. It was Vishika Fernando, who will need to do a better channeling, especially in such an advantageous position for them. And that's the ball that was dropped, knocked forward first by St. Joseph's and then for the second time by Pereira in the Vidyartha jersey.
And now you can straight away see that St. Joseph's College have been shaken by that lovely try by Vidyartha College. And now they seem to be trying to do a little bit extra, which could in the end yield to something going the way of their opponents.
Well, given what we've seen in these first 10 minutes, I wouldn't count it against Vidyartha to run it from here, because they've got that man advantage, but they're a little bit more sensible and thump this one straight up the middle, trying to make sure that the winger has to come in field, and he's caught brilliantly. Superb chase, and here's Ivano. In fact, it's Nathan Gunaratne. And he was on the ball, he was. The Vidyartha attacker, defender rather, he went straight in on that, managed to get a good lift, enough of a lift for referee Gihan Yatavara to see. It was a short one, but he did have rights to the ball, Romario.
Great piece of defensive play there by the Vidyartha College players. We thought that the winger had lost possession there when he went down and he was isolated completely, but he somehow managed to get the ball away. And from the resulting phase, it was Nathan who went in, and then a little bit of a lift, enough for the referee to blow the penalty in the favour of Vidyartha College.
Great work from Balasuriya there. The number 12, he's a big number 12 as well. Vidyartha has gone to the middle and they've gone to the back. Where will they go to here? They go to their number 5, Vijay Tunga. And that's nicely set up. St. Joseph's thought they might contest that and just gave a couple of seconds for Vidyartha to set up. Vijay Tunga calling his men on, but they release it early. That's a lovely flat pass, but doesn't go to hand. And that time, not doing the basics just like they did it earlier. We spoke about how they went through every hand, Romario, but that time there was just a little bit too much cutting out when they have an extra man.
A little bit too confident, you could say there, but the Fly have trying things out in the early exchanges and trying to see what will work and what will not. And straight away, signs are that the cutout pass will not be working.
Well, there's definitely a time and a space for the cutout pass. That just wasn't it, because they had Pereira in the number 13 jersey herring up in the inside channel. Didn't need to miss him to go to the try scorer, Vidyartha. But St. Joseph still under a little bit of pressure after that early penalty. Just a little too much of over-eagerness from Vidyartha, which will see them win the penalty. That was Vijay Tunga who broke off the open side of the scrum a little too early, and referee Atavara taking no prisoners.
It was also good to see that the youngster, he realized that he broke early and he came back and set himself in the scrum. But unfortunately for him, the referee going by the letter of the law and penalizing him.
He might have let it go perhaps if it was somewhere else on the field. You asked whether there was a material impact, but when you're on the 5-meter line and the kicker is under pressure anyway, any kind of early movement unsettles the clearing kicker, and that's why Yatavara needed to be strict on that. He might not be as strict if it was a scrum on halfway, but St. Joseph's now with an either line out, and they've gone short, 4-man line out for them. Seem to be respecting this Vidyartha lineup, but that's nicely taken that time by Pramod Pereira. Minduka Pereira's throw just finding its mark, and the driving maul of the Joes has worked its magic, but it's being repelled this time by Vidyartha, and Sachituera needs to find a runner. That's a beautiful hit from Vidyartha, who fly up on Ivano White. A little bit of space, brought down safely, and referee will give just a penalty there, because the player landed safely and it didn't look like there was a spear there. If we can show you that again, we'll show you why it probably wasn't as dangerous as some of the others we've seen. And the referee bringing a sense of calmness to the proceedings.
It's good to see that the referee blew straight away and called play back. St. Joseph's College still with a man in the bin, and a terrible kick there by Nathan.
Ranavira will return this one with interest, and Bhishma Jayashekara juggles a little bit before he feigns the kick and takes it up to the halfway line. Needs his forwards to get back, and they do. Sanithu Eran now Needs to look for the big forwards. Nice chop tackle that time by Rajapaksa. Again, the dropped ball. Not helpful bit of ball carrying. That's nice work from Kumara. Lovely little step in field, and that ball is given one-handedly. Here's Balasuriya. Balasuriya inside the 22, still going, but the referee will call play back for a forward pass. The crowd saw it, and it was just a wee one. We might have another look at that one, Romario.
The referee, basically the pass, the forward pass under the nose of the referee, and he was in a good position to call that. And straight away, as he saw the pass, he did blow. But some good enterprise in rugby by Vidyartha College, and their fly half and their back line are sure bringing out the razzle-dazzle, Janaka.
Well, they're sevens players, aren't they? This team has performed really well in the sevens circuit. Not just this year, but in previous years as well. Lovely pass. I thought this was a really good bit of an offload, but it was forward. Pretty clear. That was from Pereira to Balasuriya, but what a run by Balasuriya despite that.
Vidyartha backline has surely brought on their running shoes.
Helped, of course, by the yellow card to Tevan Kitnuka. Bhishma Jayasekara this time looking for territory. But you don't want these Vidyartha backline players to have too much broken field to run into. Here's Ranavira. Does well, doesn't let go of the ball, but the referee lets this one go. Here's a little bit of space now, opening up. Dash to the floor that time was the little man, Vidyartha. Still barging it forward. Vidyartha have definitely come here to play. Nice little grubber through, but just in space was Iran. Does really well to snaffle that ball up, running that second line of defense. Now they'll need a scrum half. They find a willing one who hands it over to Induvara Rodrigo. Iran back in station. Bhishma Jayasekara. Again, the pass to Marasinghe is juggled, but it goes back. So St. Peter's will, St. Joseph rather, will have another crack. Hamish Gamage that time with a run. Iran. Now a few numbers opening up on the blind side. Bhishma Jayasekara takes the gap. Beautiful pass behind him, but just can't find the man. And here's Kitnuka, who's back from the bin. Inside the 22, staying on his feet, strongly the right winger. Iran. Marasinghe. Bustling run that time by Shehan Malinder.
Get back!
This is where St. Joseph's will really make Vidyartha pay. The big forwards, that tight technique, Dulanchana Vijayasinghe would have drilled them in this particular area. And this is where they will have the upper hand against this talented backline of Vidyartha. The backs can rest assured none of them are seeing this ball, and it's the first try for St. Joseph's this time. The first Josephian Amana Bank try. Scored by the big prop Induvara Rodrigo, who started the movement off and also finished it. Really fast body positions, lovely picks and go from these Josephian forwards. That's great forward play.
Indeed, Shanak, great forward play, and some good patience shown there by the Josephian attackers. They continue to keep the ball up close with the forwards, and when they had the opportunity, the big number 3 just barged his way over, as we see the replay here, and there was no stopping him as Indura scored a lovely Amana Bank try there for St. Joseph's College, and their first of the season.
They're back in the lead and they'll be quite happy with that result. We're just over a quarter of the way gone in this game. And 10 points to 7. Just lighting of crackers at the ground is just a completely unsavory practice that hopefully the home team will clamp down on.
From inside their own half, Nathan just clears his lines and brings a bit of calm to the St. Joseph's College proceedings. Great opening at 20 minutes by both teams. First, Vidyartha College coming in hard, running St. Joseph's College in circles. But now the home team has managed to calm things down and settled down into play and scored a try of their own.
Navin Marasinghe in the crowd, watching his brother Janit. A nice line out for Vidyartha once again. That was won by Vidyartha. Little switch of play and turned over, but the ruck was formed and the try scorer, Induvara Rodrigo, doesn't have it all his own way. And no hesitation in pointing to the post that time.
The referee giving clear instructions to the Josephian number 9, telling him that he needs to roll out quicker because if not he delays the clearance, and that split second gives the Jackola the opportunity to get over the ball.
Well spotted there by Yatavara, because it's not often the person who is with the ball that sometimes creates the penalty or over the ball. Can be other movements, other actions of players who've just been involved in the last play. As Kumara strikes this with a nice football kind of follow through, as Vidyartha now come back on even keel, 10 points all. Strikes it pretty effortlessly, doesn't he, Romario?
He has a lovely follow through as well, and all of that created by some lovely movement and the steps he takes before he kicks the ball, and he hits it quite cleanly. He uses a tall kicking tee which elevates the ball quite a bit from the floor and helps him make some good contact.
Yes, he doesn't have one of those high follow-throughs that we're used to some of the rugby kickers having, and his leg is not fully straight at the at the end of it, but it really is a very interesting kicking style. It's clearly effective. As St. Joseph's find themselves 10 points apiece with 23 minutes almost gone in this game.
So just to remind the folks that it is a game played with under 19 rule variations, and it will be 35 minutes apiece, the half.
Well, if you've just tuned in from home, if you've just come in after a long week of work, welcome to the Dialog Rugby School season, live on the Papare.com and on Dialog Television. Will be an entertaining few weeks, that's for sure. The driving maul seems to be the go-to option from the line out for St. Joseph's. It's a bit of a wobbly pass from Iran, but Ivano White will use his bulk to try and get over the gain line. Lovely pass and an even better catch. Coming back into the field of play, that was the number 11 finding himself on the wrong wing, Sarusha Jayasuriya. Here's the try scorer, Rodrigo. Gives it off to the other try scorer, the other prop rather, Shehan Malinda, and that's another unnecessary penalty for St. Joseph's to give away in a very good attacking position.
The support needs to be coming in close because they're not sending the ball too wide, St. Joseph's College, and the supporting players need to arrive fast and clean the Jackola, but time and time again they have been found wanting, and that too on one more occasion. Vidyartha College putting away any attack in play by St. Joseph's College, and it's a good defensive play there by Vidyartha as well.
So another line out. It's been 100% line out for both teams. Vidyartha have been pretty good at this with Jasingh hitting his markers. One is a little crooked and it's just put a bit of a curse on him. It's a technical penalty that time from referee Gihan Yatavara, who says that the players need to either be in the line out or outside. They can't hang around in no man's land.
He also finds himself crossing the offside line before the line out is over, Shanaka. And can see the referee giving the number 4 piece of advice, Gamage.
Ranavira with the nice touch finder. Another attacking. So you can see that the referee has to explain things, because St. Joseph's are using their receiver at the back, and that time it's been knocked on, and it is Hamish Gamage who's standing in a bit of a problematic position that time for Yatavara, but the knock on saved St. Joseph's.
Now St. Joseph's College inside their own half will be looking to just clear their lines and get back into their opponent's half.
Iran patient at the back, waits for Vishmika Fernando, and they go 8-9. Just can't find the 14 as Iran slips underfoot. Vidyartha ready for the big truck runners on the fringes. But this is what they found difficult to defend. The pick and go. And it's the speed and the good ball presentations of St. Joseph's that created their try. Lovely offload once again, and here's the try scorer bumping off several players. Induvara Rodrigo, he's been deadly with ball in hand. Marasinghe looks one way, then the other, barges through. And that's the pick and go again this time. Oh, there's a little bit of an obstruction. Accidental offside is the call.
Cardinal error there by the Josephine attackers. The ball carrier running into his own man. They did have good momentum going forward, and unfortunately for them, they just got in the way of each other, you could say.
Yes, that was a shame because it was building up nicely for St. Joseph's. Looked like they could have gone another 10 meters before they gave the ball out. But Vidyartha have been very competitive in this scrum. It hasn't looked like St. Joseph's has had an obvious upper hand. Ismi takes a bit of a pirouette which delays the pass to Ranavira coming in for the extra man. And Karunatilaka's pass just not held that time. That was unfortunate for Silva, who was flying up. Looked like he might have gotten over the gain line if he held on to that ball.
Bit of butterfingers by both teams early on in this game, but apart from that, 28 minutes has flown past by, and some good bit of rugby by both teams, both in attack and in defense.
It's been some outstanding rugby, and if this is anything to go by, Romario, if this is the start that we've got to this season, then I think we can all be on the edge of our seats all the way through. Some real entertainment so far in this game. Wonderful breaks, wonderful defense, and some good technical play as well. The set pieces have been good from both teams as Ivano White now charges forward. Good ball handling from St. Joseph's, but unfortunately looks like that ball might have been lost, but it's not, as White still keeps going. He's not the quickest 12 around, but he's strong. Here's Vishmika Fernando. Vishmika Fernando now going with the handoff. Can he get the ball down? Yes, he can. Vishmika Fernando with another Amana Bank try for St. Joseph's. And just before the half-time break, that's exactly what the Josephian team wanted. And their crowd goes wild as Vishmika Fernando puts the finishing touches on what his forward started. And it looks very much like it's going to be a game of Joe's forwards versus Vidyartha backs, Romario, and that will be keeping us on the edge of our seats for sure.
Great bit of play there by the forwards. The Josephian backs too managed to get the ball away on a couple of occasions, but two missed tackles, and you can see Vishika is away, and he brought out the big fend and somehow managed to wriggle his way over the try line for St. Joseph's College and put them into the lead as Bhishma lines up the conversion.
Yes, it was just too close to the line for Ranavira to go low on Vishika Fernando. That's why he was able to use that fend beautifully. And little up and under from Bhishma Jayasekara, and the quality of the kicking today from both Jayasekara and Kumara has been outstanding. And the big number 8, well, he's not a very big number 8, but he's a powerful number 8, and did really well to finish off that try.
So good to see that the Josephians have somehow managed to get their kick-in woes of the past couple of seasons behind them as well, and the conversions and the penalties are going.
Ranavira puts that kick quite low, and it does the job. It's a bit of a top spinner that time. And Kitnuka rather, can't hold on to it.
A terrible kick and an equally terrible collection by Nathan, in fact. Not the safest under the high ball, even though he wears the number 15 jumper.
Well, when you've been training for high balls and then you get one of those ones that spurts along the ground, it can throw you off a little bit, in fairness to him. But with Vidyartha, that means do have an opportunity to now attack, as that ball is not hooked, so it will have to be reset, the scrum. Varisadira on the near side of the scrum for Vidyartha has been driven back this time, but he's been pretty good so far. And oh, was that an early tackle? We'll have to have a look at that. Agihan Yatavara has a look, thinks about it, and sees nothing wrong, as a little switch play doesn't quite come off. And that ball looks like it was out on the full. So is that inside the 22?
Quite a pinpoint kick there by the number 9 Iran for St. Joseph's College. Somehow managed to bounce it in the field of play.
Well, for all money, it looked like it was going out at the full, but he did really well with that clearance. Jayasinghe goes to the front, just makes things a little safe. Balasurya with the bullet ball across the face. Nice little loop around. Now the kick comes in. This will put a little bit of pressure on Gunaratna, who goes to ground and does well. Ranavira back on his feet, and that's really good from the Josephian back three. Balasurya making a nuisance of himself, but nicely done that time by Jayasekara, I think it was. But the referee's seen something off the ball.
Number 13, captain. Number 13.
There'll be a bit of a talking to here as Malshan Deumin is called upon.
I think it was off that kick.
Kick late tackle එකක් තියෙනවා. Kick and pass late tackle එකක් තියෙනවා. Construction එකකට ගන්න. Penalty kicking start වෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලන් 10 යන ආයෙත් කරන්න එපා.
This was the kick that was put through after the little loop around. The one before Vidyartha fielded the ball inside his 22. So because it was a late tackle, they will come all the way to where the ball was collected.
Cardinal error there by the number 13 for St. Joseph's College. Was not required. And I think all these schoolboys need to know that once the ball is kicked, they just need to let the runner complete his run, because if not, their team will be in quite a bit of a strife.
It's an important line out for Vidyartha, and Ajo's going to contest it. They look like they are. Got two pods at the back, but Vidyartha goes to the back themselves and set up nicely, and they've got a bit of a drive on. They're going sideways at a rate of knots though, and Balasurya. In fact, it's Varisadira. And it's a penalty for Peters. There was a ruck for Vidyartha rather. See what they want to do. Are they going to take a scrum? Are they going to take the 3? Or are they going to tap and go? It's just in the red zone here as far as time is concerned. Will we see another try before the end of this half? It's been outstanding stuff from both schools today as Karnatilaka taps and goes. Vijay Tunga ends up with the ball after a little bit of intricate forward play. Close to the line. And switching play this time. Nice ball to Balasurya. Balasurya goes across the face of the post, and it's the second try for Vidyartha. Nicely done that time. It's another Amana Bank try for Vidyartha and for Vidyartha. And they come within 2 points and do have a chance of going into the half-time break again at 17 points apiece. We're seeing some outstanding rugby here. It's been a point a minute.
Intricate bit of play there by Vidyartha College. First off the quick tap to send the ball to the left-hand side, and from then on they changed the channel as the fly half came around, and some lovely hands again, and the number 14 youngster Vidyartha finds himself diving over in the near the far touchline for another Amana Bank try, and 2 tries apiece, and this half has surely not disappointed.
Certainly hasn't. The quality of play that we've seen from both teams has been outstanding. Some of the ball handling, especially in the first game of the season, has been superb. As Kumara lines up what could be a crucial kick in the final context of this game. Oh, that's a good one. That's an excellent one. 17 points all it is as we come into half-time. St. Joseph's hosting Vidyartha at Havelock Park in this first game of the Dialog school season 2024. And for generations, Maliban Savoury Biscuits have been the perfect companion for gatherings, bringing friends and family together to celebrate cheerful moments like today's game, like that conversion that we just saw. Maliban Crisco, cheese bits, chick bits and snackers with a variety of Maliban Savoury Biscuits which suits everyone's taste. So even if you're at home watching the match, make sure that you're eating the correct biscuits.
Score confirmation from Havelock Park. Nothing to separate the two teams. 17 points apiece. As Vidyartha College somehow managed to claw back after the clock had gone into the red, and score in the try and equaling things at 17 points apiece here at Havelock Park. For generations, Maliban Savoury Biscuits have been the perfect companion for gatherings, bringing friends together and family together to celebrate cherishful moments as that conversion at the end, and you can see that Maliban Biscuits has always been beside us, and if you're enjoying this game, do have it with Maliban Savory Biscuits, and we will go in for a quick commercial break, and on the other side with the second half action.
Radials. The road is yours.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
මචං යමුද මචං 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 කමුද මචං ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි ෆන් තමයි.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
ටයිල් නම් නියමයට මැච් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ටයිල් ඇල්ලුවේ මොනවද?
ඕනෑම මතු පිටකට ඕනෑම තත්වයකට ජීවිත කාලයටම ඔරොත්තු දෙන්න අල්ලගන්න. ලංකාවේ SLS තත්ත්ව සහතිකින් පිදුම්ලත් එකම ටයිල් ඇඩසිව් සන්නාමය. ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩසිව්. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
ट्रेन के अलगिन सफारियन याले अभी अली वाला सुवटे थिया सेल्फी गहमु वारे मचां तुरे दकुने को है गिया ट्रिप वन ने का डबल वेन कोतुमी रसत हदा नाती नातक शेयर करम कामुदा मचां प्रीमा कोतुमी फन तमाई Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff hamasi tak me pipi de rasa lemon rasa ye jeevithayama mihirai Maliban lemon puff Children lemon.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Gold hair and body wash shaker. Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
I study not just to change myself, but to make a change.
Everyone's end point is my starting point.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කින් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside. Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Welcome back to live coverage. Welcome back to live coverage of the Dialog Schools Rugby Season 2024. We're live from Havelock Park, where Vidyartha has done not the unthinkable, but something no one really expected by evening out the scores at the end of the first half. Here are the highlights. This was Nathan Gunaratne carrying the ball in, and Balasuriya giving away the first penalty of the game for Bhishma Jayasekara to Ivano White rather, to pop over quite easily. And this was a lovely little delayed pass by Dimel to Vidyartha, and that was the first Amana Bank try of the half. Vidyartha going into an unexpected lead early on, and beautifully converted from the sideline by Kumara. And this was the try that started maybe about 40 meters back, finished off that time by Induvara Rodrigo, and the pick and go for St. Joseph's really working wonders. You can see how happy the bench is. That was the first Amana Bank try for St. Joseph's. Another penalty converted by Kumara. Landing right on that massive Vidyartha flag. And here's Vishwaka Fernando, created something out of absolutely nothing. Ranavira came across but just couldn't do enough to bring down the powerful number 8 for St. Joseph's. His first and St. Joseph's second try of the game, nicely converted by Jayasekara from the right-hand side of the field. And this was a lovely switch of play. Balasuriya and Kumara with two lovely long cutout passes, and good bit of hands that time by Pereira to Vidyartha. And just to cap it all off, a lovely conversion from the right-hand touchline as well, Romario. It has been a superb half.
Sublime first half indeed, Shanaka. Vidyartha College bring out their guns, and they did run the ball from pretty much everywhere. Gihan Yatavara, the man in charge, Aruna Shantha and Nipuna Amaratunga assisting him from the touchlines. And Vidyartha College, of course, they brought pretty much their A game for this first game of the season. And they stuck to their guns. We were expecting them to run. Everyone was expecting them to run. And run is what they did from the first minute of the game. And they managed to get some lovely scores. St. Joseph's College managed to score and pull things back. And we are pretty much level as the second half is about to kick off.
Well, it might as well be 0-all, but it is 17-all. As Vidyartha lose that one off Vijayatunga's hand as he chased that kick. Should really have just let the ball go if he couldn't get to it in time. And the knock-on advantage is over, as that time the ball is knocked on by Izmi. Number 8 covering that touchline as they traditionally do. And the knock-on advantage well played there by referee Atavara, which means that St. Joseph's have a scrum 40 meters up the field.
The clearances and the collections of the restarts in the first half are quite better. But in this second half, straight away both teams knocking the ball on. And now St. Joseph's College with an opportunity inside the opponent's half early on in this second half.
First scrum of the half. And Vishika Fernando will be quite G'd up from the try he scored. Did well to channel the ball at the last moment there in channel 3. Here is Ivano White being used as the first receiver. And the big centre snaffled just as he tries to take the ball into the 22. Yawning gap opening up that time for St. Joseph's. Ball was out, says the referee, but there was a little bit of playing the ball on the floor that time. Taken quickly again by Vidyartha. They're looking to run. Nicely done by Kumara. Kumara finds his winger, and on the outside goes Ranavira. Ranavira with just one man to beat, beats him easily. What a try! What an outstanding try from Vidyartha. Absolutely smart out of nothing. And Amana Bank are getting every cent's worth of their sponsorship money today, I'll tell you that much.
Indeed, Shahanaga, what a lovely bit of play there by Vidyartha College. They were under the pump. The ball was turned over. Not too sure how, but from the turn, result in turnover, Vidyartha College just sent it through the hands. And they find themselves going about 80 meters and dotting down Gayan Pereira, the beneficiary.
Sorry, that was Gayan Pereira, not Ranavira, the fullback. And he seems to be the skipper of the team as well. As Kumara lines this up. But if we can see that again from start to finish, that will really be a peach of a try. Will be one of the tries of the season, I'm sure. As we get some really high quality scores. Been flawless off the tee so far, Kumara. And what a start to that second half, Romario. This really sets things up nicely. It's a game St. Joseph's would not have expected to find themselves in this position.
Yes, indeed. Terrible start to the second half for St. Joseph's College. But having said that, Vidyartha College will be greatly pleased with how they went. And you can see that pick up there and a couple of tackles missed by St. Joseph's College. And once he beat the first two tacklers, there was no chance that the last man was covering up.
Absolutely not. I think Nathan Gururatna might have gone to the bench, and we're seeing Nilshan, who has come on in the number 21 jersey. For St. Joseph's, made that despairing grab. That's him over there, but easily done by Gayan Pereira. Outstanding try, really an outstanding try. Not just the finish, but the start of it as well, the pick up. He had to pick the ball off the blades of grass. And my goodness, wasn't that a high bit of quality play.
Vidyartha College are posing quite a threat to this St. Joseph's College backline, and up to now the defensive work of St. Joseph's College have not been up to the mark.
Well, that means that they mean business now. St. Joseph's, they drove that maul forward really quickly, and they have a penalty advantage coming in their favour. So they will know that they can't afford to drop the ball, they can't afford to do anything too risky. All they have to do is keep it tight, and they still have enough time to drive, maul and smash their way over Vidyartha.
Indeed, Shanaka, if St. Joseph's College are to cause any havoc in this game, it will be through their forwards and not their three quarters, because the Vidyartha College three quarters have been just blowing their opponents away.
Yes, I've been really impressed by the quality of the passing from Vidyartha, the quality of the ball handling. Vijayatunga is looking to maybe upset the throw of Minduka Pereira. Not allowing too many yards that time. And the reinforcements are coming now. Iran finds Ivano White. Ivano White standing very upright as he goes into the tackles, and nicely done that time. Just find a little bit of space. Vidyartha. Here's Jayasekara. Manages to get the offload away to Kitnuka. Kitnuka with a lovely pass. And here's the new man, Nilshan. Can he get over the line? No, he's only a small lad, so they've held him up. But the penalty looks like it's coming, and it's coming in Vidyartha's direction.
And this doesn't look too good for St. Joseph's College.
I think there might have been a player on the floor obstructing the quick tap, isn't it, Romario? So you might see another yellow card here. I think it might be Minduka Pereira who tackled within the 10 meters.
Not too good a sight for any player going down in the game, and unfortunately for this youngster, his own teammate crashed on him as well, adding insult to injury. The referee having a word with skipper Vishika Fernando.
That was Dimel, who looks like he wants to try and run that one off. He'll end up with a big bruise tomorrow, that's for sure. But for now, while he's warm, he'll try to stay warm. Had a try assist for the first try that Vidyartha scored. Ranavira with the touch finder, and it's straight into the arms of Iran that time. Nathan Gururatne. Lovely little burst from Bhishma Jayasekara, who hasn't had enough of the ball really. And St. Joseph's, unfortunately, will have to go back for the scrum. Ivano White appeals, but nothing more there than the knock-on.
The referee will not be too pleased with how the last few minutes have been progressing. And he clearly instructs the two captains, telling them that they need to take control of how proceedings are going. Too much of argy-bargy after the whistle has gone. Quite unnecessary there, you could say, Shanaka. Just leave the ball and come back to your position and prepare for the next phase of play.
Yes, that was Rajapaksa on white. Tackle that caused a little bit of umbrage. Ranavira will give the ball over the top, and it looks like there was a little bit of out of position play, and unfortunately that ball is left behind by Ranavira. Ranavira stopped playing, and that's a cardinal mistake.
Yes, you can see that as that pass was thrown to the number 13 of Vidyartha College, the St. Joseph's College defenders were cut out, and from then on it was pretty much a numbers game, and unfortunately for the Vidyartha College winger, he dropped the ball cold, because if he had caught that, he would have been running in for the fourth try for Vidyartha College.
Yes, that would have been a stunner of a try as well. Lovely bit of passing. Balasurya and Kumara have really pulled the strings nicely.
The Josephian backline defense seems to be at 6s and 7s, and this will be quite a bit of cause for concern for their coaching staff.
It's interesting to see behind the Josephian scrum, Nathan Gunaratne has come into number 10, which means Ivano White moves out one and Bhishma Jayasekara also out one, which is why perhaps that they're making a little bit of ground in the number 13 channel, the Vidyartha players.
Coach! Mine! Set!
Game has gone into slight lull at the moment after that try, as St. Joseph's try to wrestle their way back into some kind of parity. It's a big scrum from Vidyartha, you have to say, as Nathan Gunaratne puts a massive boot to it. Here's Dimel. Ooh, he's unlucky there, I have to say. Dimel, he had his back to the line, and he would have thought for all money that that ball went backwards. If we can see that one again, it'll be interesting to see what pictures the referee saw there. And we're talking about field position, and that's exactly what Nathan Gunaratne was hoping for. But yes, absolutely correct, Nihan Yatavara, that did come off his hands and go forward towards his own, towards the opposition try line.
And the referee straight away, even though he was out of position, blew for that knock-on. And now both teams just trying to get into this game in the second half. Unfortunately for both teams, the first half came at a bit of a wrong time. But Vidyartha somehow managed to score the try, and they are in the lead. St. Joseph's College chasing the game.
Good defense in centre field, but St. Joseph's had gotten well over the gain line. Good clearing out work from the Josephians. This is where they like to play their rugby, inside the opposition 22. The forwards' eyes will light up, and Vidyartha have to make sure they know what they're doing. Are they going to defend, or are they going to contest the ball? That's the decision that they have to make. Not rolling away. It's as clear as day for referee Atavara. St. Joseph's rather will be quite happy. For that penalty, and they should probably go for the points here. Easy 3-pointer for them. There's plenty of time left in the game, but they go for the quick tap. And Vishika Fernando, let's see whether he can do it again. Kumara has gone in and Kumara gets the penalty, does he?
I think the referee is going back for the penalty in favor of St. Joseph's College because the defenders did not roll out fast enough.
St. Joseph's have a second penalty in quick succession now. They'll do well to make something happen from it.
Captain.
See the referee telling the Vidyartha College captain that the team is under a warning. They need to improve their discipline, because if not, the next person to concede a penalty could find himself sitting in the bin for 10 minutes.
If Vidyartha give away a yellow card here, it will be very difficult for them to hold these Josephians out. That's where the penalty came. It's just not rolling away in time.
The big number 8 Izmi for Vidyartha College was the guilty party on that occasion. Can see the doctor doing a HIA on field.
Dr. Namit Sankalpana, he's not going to take any chances. He's officiated at the highest levels at World Cups also, doing this job, so he knows all the protocols and he will not be taking any chances with young players. So that's why he's taking his time, as there's another intercept. And here's a little bit of space opening out now. It's a 2-on-1. Instead of going through the hands again, they look for the cutout pass. And that's nicely done by St. Joseph's, but not nicely enough, as there was a penalty. Going in at the side was the call.
Concerned looks on the faces of the St. Joseph's College coaching staff.
Ranavira missed touch on the last occasion, but doesn't make the same mistake again. St. Joseph seemed to lack a little bit of leadership on the field at this time. Romario, it's pretty clear what's going to work for them in terms of how they're going to beat this Vidyartha team and what they need to do to get there. But doesn't seem to be a concerted effort or any cohesion at the moment, and that's something that they've got to sort out. Nice work by Vijay Tunga off the top. Ranavira. Kumara with the little switch there. Here's Kumara again. Izmi. Cutting back into the field of play. That time was the Vidyartha replacement. That ball left behind. It's a good tackle by Vishika Fernando, and now there's a little bit of space opening up for White once again. It's made plenty of yards, Ivano White. And that's better from St. Joseph's, putting the kick in, wanting to play in the right direction. The ball bouncing kindly for St. Joseph's, but unfortunately Nathan Gunaratne just can't hold on to the ball.
Quite unfortunate there for Nathan, putting the single hand out, and unless otherwise he tapped it up to himself, there was no chance of him gathering the ball. But the bounce was lucky. Unfortunately, just the final touches there by Nathan wasn't going in his favour. And you can see, Shanaka, that there seems to be a bit of inexperience on the field, and that is clearly shown, as there is no one to rally the troops around him and take them forward.
We saw a top spinner Being the undoing of Gunaratna earlier, and this was a big leg break. He just couldn't hold on to. That ball had just bounced into his hands. He would have been under the post, no question about that. So, cut just on the eyebrow. Terrible place to try and plaster up because it's on the ridge, and Shahan Malinda will have to go off the field to get that done. So there will be a scrum without their first choice loose head at the moment.
Quite a massive gash there on his forehead and also below his eye socket. St. Joseph's College finding themselves in a bit of a sticky situation here. Trailing by 7 points.
Nicely channeled that time, quickly channeled as well. And Kumara thumps the kick. Beautifully collected that time again by Vidyartha, who somehow managed to snaffle this ball in positions that they should barely come away with it from. Nice little inside pass as well. And now a few runners, but that time they leave it behind. The good handling from before had to be evened out, I guess. And Yatavara right on the spot.
Opportunities are presenting itself to St. Joseph's College. However, a bit of wastefulness by themselves are not helping their cause. And yet again another knock on, another scrum, centre field scrum in good position for St. Joseph's College.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Vishek Fernando off the back of the scrum more often. He's done it maybe once before, but it would be good to see him really flying off the back, putting some pressure on Kumara and the midfield duo, who have been flying up in the face of this Josephian backline. It looks like Vidyartha, or Rajapaksa rather, is getting another assessment. Referee Dr. Namit Sankalpana for sure has seen something that he's a little bit too concerned about. And it's a recognize and remove protocol at this level of rugby. So the doctor is the man in charge and the referee. Yes, as we say, recognize and remove. Dr. Namit has said that Rajapaksa will have to come off. He doesn't want to go off, but he will thank them maybe not next week, not next month, but maybe in a few years Rajapaksa will realize the value of this decision.
Indeed, an invaluable decision there by the match day doctor. He's in fact an independent match day doctor, so he has all the rights to come in and tell the referee that the play, if he's good to go or not. So that's good to see that the protocols are being applied.
That will weaken the Vidyartha line out, that's for sure. He was their go-to man. They have a few other options also. Fernando thinks about it, and this time he goes. Smashes into Balasuriya, who makes a really good tackle. Iran. Hamish Gamage shown the door. if you do touch the ball once it's crossed the plane of touch, you have to have left from inside the field of play and come back into the field of play as well. Line out lost for the first time by Vidyartha, and you can see that the changes have made a difference. Rajapaksa, and we have a new player in Dullav also on the pitch. Another grubber from Ranavira, but that one straight to the hand of Iran. Iran now surveys his options, cuts back in, sees a little bit of space. Tackle is eventually made on him. And now there's no scrum half, they call for one. Hamish Gamage now. Vidyartha knows it's theirs to lose from here. 18 minutes left, so anything could happen in this game.
St. Joseph's College somehow managed to make a bit of headway, but the Vidyartha defense continue to hold firm. Here goes the St. Joseph's forwards.
So it's lost a bit of vigor from the first half when they scored the try easily from this position. Again, another penalty for sealing off, playing it at pace. Nicely done that time by Kumara. Dancing down the touchline, good tackle made in the end. Here's Dullava who runs it into touch. And Dullava really needed to stay in the field of play. That was all Vidyartha needed to do. Unfortunately, the replacement just having a rush of blood to the head.
Lack of organization in both in attack and defense too is quite visible for St. Joseph's College. They seem to be at 6s and 7s, and as we were mentioning earlier, lack of leadership too isn't helping their cause, and now they find themselves inside their own half.
Yes, it's not obvious who's taking responsibility in this Josephian team, Romario, and that ball again squirting through the hands, but rescued that time by the big Josephian replacement, Senuja Giran. Thumped down the field where they'd rather play. Taken safely by Ranavira that time, who will look for the willing running of his winger. Nicely done that time by Vidyartha, and again sealing off is the call from the referee. Players losing their feet, and the referee is being very strict but very consistent on that call.
Indeed, and as the pressure comes from the opponent as well, they need to give the opponent a clear opportunity to contest, and that's what's been killed by that player going off his feet.
Exactly, Sudarshana. Rugby is meant to be a fair contest for possession, and as soon as your body obstructs a fair contest, that's when the referees will intervene. You can see it here. He did really well this time, the Vidyartha winger, dragged to the floor by Kitnuka. And that's the arriving player who went to his knees and prevented the ball from being contested. Could say it was a bit of a harsh penalty because there wasn't anyone really contesting over the ball, but still, by the letter of the law, referee Aravara was spot on. Good drive by Vidyartha, because St. Joseph's are forced to set it up at number 2, which is probably the easiest driving maul to defend, and Vidyartha have flown through and not allowed St. Joseph's to get any leg up on that one. That's another one that has been dropped by White. You can see Dulanjana Vijayasinghe with his head literally in his hands.
Plenty of cause for concern there by the St. Joseph's College coaching staff, and they seem to be running out of solutions to provide for this show by the Josephians on field.
Doesn't look like they have a second or third option from where to score, Romario. They've scored off the pick and go, obviously. They scored a wonderful individual try through Vishika Fernando. But they don't seem to be able to really spread the ball, create opportunities. Here's Ismi. Goes off the blind side. Maybe delays the ball a little bit too much for Kumara. And Vidyartha stopped playing immediately that they knocked the ball on, but could have been dangerous. Ismi is a strong player, but needs to get a little bit more urgency and experience at the back of that scrum.
Chances are continued to be given by Vidyartha College, but St. Joseph's College are still not up to this level enough to take them, as they too continue to knock on the ball. And after that sublime first half, Shanaka, we can see with a bit of fatigue setting in, the two teams just falling off a bit.
Yes, the pace of that first half was always going to catch up with both teams. Who it will affect more is the question. Here's Vidyartha. He's looking for his hat-trick, of course. And the zip on the passes from Vidyartha, really good. Again, off the feet is the call. So Ranavira just going in there and just losing his feet. So important that these players...
The referee clearly giving instructions to the players.
Gayan Pereira has been very good today. Vidyartha skipper. But there's still 13 minutes left in this game, so plenty could happen. St. Joseph's will know that they only have one score to even this game out and then try and win it. Kumara. Big kick. Huge kick. Looks like he might have to come all the way back, though. Didn't imagine it will go so far. And Nathan Gunaratna hairs up the touchline, hoping for a quick throw, but the rest of his team are not on the same wavelength.
In fact, ball is dead as it goes out and it's touched by a spectator. So there was no chance that he can take that quick throw, but now another opportunity for St. Joseph's College.
Have to get this line out right, and that's very crooked, that line out, and the changes haven't helped. Minduka Pereira is very good early on in that game, but this time the line out clearly crooked. Referee can't allow play to go on when it's that crooked.
The easiest option, just hitting at two, securing the line out and building from there, but instead the youngsters going for the most hardest option, number 6, and scruffing their lines.
Well, you can see where that came from, Romario, because the previous number 2 ball that they threw, they got driven into touch very easily and they got them all dragged down. So that's why they wanted to go to number 6 to try and give them all a little bit more space. But obviously execution was a problem. Everything happening, and it's been a tight head scrum that time by St. Joseph. Somehow they managed to win the ball, and Bhishma Jayasekara, who unfortunately hasn't had a lot to do. Oh, that looks like it might be a yellow for off his feet. That's a real shame. It's Malchan Deumin who goes to the bin. He could see it very clearly. He went off his feet. There's no arguments about that. But whether it was dangerous or whether it warranted a yellow card is another matter altogether.
Yes, indeed, Shanak, that's a first for me. Seeing a player being sent to the bin for going off his feet, but Well, if you want to justify that, the referee can say that it was continued infringements, but inside your opponent's half, you don't see that too often, but that's that.
Yes, it's the first time I've seen an attacking player sent off for leaving their feet, even though it is a repeated infringement. Nice line out again by nicely done. Superb little loop, but Ranavira can't hold on. And now it's opened up for Kitnuka. Can he get the pass away? He can. Jayasekara with a little step in field does beautifully. Holds it up in the tram lines, but looks like St. Joseph's will get the benefit of that knock forward.
Well, the way things have been going this evening, plenty of opportunities for St. Joseph's to get the score and go past Vidyartha, but unfortunately execution and leadership, they have been lacking it, and they have been wasteful with the opportunities they have received.
It's an important period of play here for St. Joseph's. They absolutely need to get some points. They haven't scored a single point in this second half, which will be of real concern to them. Thought they should have taken the points when they had that penalty early on, just to get close, get within a win. Because now Vidyartha know that even if they have a 7-pointer against them, it will still be a draw, and if you offered them a draw at the start of this game, they would have taken it gladly.
They would have jumped at it, Shanaka. But there is about 10 minutes left in this game, and what will the Josephians be able to do?
Can Ivano White redeem himself? He carries it up strongly. And here's where St. Joseph's are dangerous. Can the replacements have the same devastating effect that these boys had in the first half? Induvara calling for it, but again you can see he's lacking the drive he had in that first half. Pick and go is the call from the Josephian bench. They will keep going, and it's close enough to the post for them to get a 7-pointer, that's for sure. Oh dear, it's holding on is the call, holding on is the call. And is that the penalty that turns this game around for Vidyartha?
Great to see the fight there by Vidyartha. They were being pushed back in defense, but somehow their forwards hung in there, and the number 7 Rajapaksha was it who pounced on the opportunity as he saw that the Josephian support player was a second late, and jackaled over the ball and won an invaluable penalty for Vidyartha College.
That was outstanding defensive work. And although Vidyartha have been really good in their attacking play, Romario, you have to say it's been a couple of bits of defense that have really turned it up for them. That first intercept at the first bit of the half when St. Joseph's had all those penalties coming their way. This bit of defense here. And of course in the first half when they turned that Malshan break, an intercept and break, into a turnover and then scored off the resultant penalty. Thought those bits of defense were absolutely outstanding from them.
They're both good in attack and equally good in defense as well, and that's what reflects on the score line with about 6+ minutes left in this game.
Has been real commitment from Vidyartha to hold on to the lead so late in this game, but of course let's not forget that St. Joseph's will want their A division pedigree to show. Nice long pass again. It's their passing that has been really outstanding for me as the ball shoots into touch, but they won't mind that. They'll go from set piece to set piece as long as they can get St. Joseph's further and further away from the line.
Another good kick there by the number 10 Kumara. spiraling kick. Did not have too much of height on it, but somehow managed to just put it into touch. And now another opportunity for Vidyartha College to just settle things down. But it's St. Joseph's College ball.
Here's Mindika Pereira will look for one of his jumpers, and they've gone short because of all the problems they've had in the last couple of lineouts. There's the cries of go Josa, go, rise up. Bit lucky to get away with that one. Looked like it might have been on the outside shoulder, but doesn't matter. Vidyartha now pile in. And the ball is brought to ground without any penalties. Vidyartha have done well not to concede penalties from this driving maul. So defense has been pretty good. And the Joes will have to make sure that they don't. And yeah, that was definitely a ruck formed in there. And I'm surprised the referee doesn't march them 10 meters. Yes, he has marched them 10 meters back. That was silly from Jayasinghe. He's done so well throwing into the line out and just given away what might be a crucial penalty in the final equation of this game. Just 5 minutes left, but might have given the opportunity for St. Joseph's to get 10 meters closer than they needed to.
Yes, a bit of a brain fade there. Even after conceded the penalty, he should just let the ball down and gone back. But instead thought of throwing it away. And he was lucky he did not hit the referee, in fact. But having said that, they were marched back 10 meters and the kick has been put into touch. So St. Joseph's College inside their opponents 22 and now with a prime attacking position.
So all three options still very much available, Romario. Win, lose or draw for either of the teams. So let's see how this pans out. It's a 5-man line out for the Josephians. A little bit of a confusion with maybe with the players or the spectators on the pitch.
Yes, by the looks of it, spectators have encroached too close to the playing area. And I think you can clearly see the referee telling the fans to just get behind the advertising hoardings. The second half hasn't been as blistering as the first, but it has been more tight.
We saw 34 points scored in the first half and just 7 in the second, as Joes will now look to drive this one over. Looks like it might be another penalty coming. But looks like it might be a yellow card as well for
18.
number 18 is Dullava, who's the guilty party. He's not having a great game, Dullava, since he came in off the bench.
Both teams equal on numbers, with St. Joseph's College hot on attack now.
They're not equal in the forwards, and that's what will matter at this particular moment as St. Joseph's go over. You can see the relief on the bench. It's a Mana Bank try. Looks like it's Vishika Fernando again, scoring his second Amana try.
And see the replay here. St. Joseph's College with the forward to the good. They kept the ball up close in with the forwards. And Captain Vishika Fernando diving over to add the try. A crucial try that draws things to just 2 points away. And Ivano White with a crucial conversion.
An all-important conversion for them. I would have maybe conceded the try. Oh no! The crowd cheered too early as it went off the tee. They didn't know enough about how this rugby ball behaves, as it started off on middle stump and ended up just outside off. Vishika Fernando checks how much time his Josephian team has left. Dulanjana Fernando and the bench bark instructions from where the substitutes are seated here at Havelock Park. It's a 2-point game. Vidyartha have the restart, and boy would they want this one to go long. Vishika Fernando's done everything he can, the skipper. And Ranavira has to make sure he doesn't make an error off this restart. Goes straight down to Iran. Here's Nathan Gunaratne. Here's Bhishma Jayasekara. Would love to see him with the ball in hand a little bit more. He's been dangerous. And straight over the ball is Vidyartha, and they get the penalty, deservedly so. Good work from number 20, Kulatunga, to get in there and do the business. And Kumara points to the post. He's not taking any chances. But with just 1.5 minutes left, you have to wonder, with the line out going the way it is, but the kicking to the corner might not have been the best option for them.
Yes, Shanagat. He has 90 seconds to take this penalty. So he will be aiming to just kick it as far as he can. Take all the time he has and kick it as far as he can. Because even if it doesn't go over, they will be receiving the ball again from the restart.
He needs to make sure that the ball doesn't stay in the field of play. That's his only brief. Going to kick this one over the deadline, hopefully through the post, but somehow over the deadline. Yes, and it's good. Kumara has been brilliant off the tee, and that's the final rights of this Josephian game today. And St. Joseph's in their first home game of the season, in this season opening game with so much anticipation, just not going their way. And Vidyartha, take a bow, lads. They have been absolutely superb today. They've defended well, they've attacked brilliantly, and they've also managed the game excellently. And our man of the match today.
Yes, Shanaka. After a sublime performance, Vidyartha College take this game, and the NDB player of the match goes to Kumara from Vidyartha College. He has been sublime with controlling the game and with kicking as well off the tee, and he managed to pull the strings and bring Vidyartha College to kick this 2024 season off with a sublime victory over St. Joseph's College here down in Colombo.
Well, he'll be a happy man, Malevana. He'll be absolutely ecstatic. You can see what that means to him. And it's been a really good performance by his team. Not only that, did they not look second best in this A Division pedigree, they showed better game awareness, better game management to win that game. And it's disappointing to see the crowd yelling at referee Gihan Yatavara, who I thought had a very good game. And some of the home crowd just yelling things, unpleasantries, which are not necessary in a game that was beautifully controlled. And there's really no need to blame the referee when the team can't get over the line.
Certainly, Shanaka. The referee had a great game. And St. Joseph's College, on the other hand, were quite wasteful. They had plenty of opportunity to score tries in the second half, but execution, they were lacking execution. They did not have leadership, and they did not have anyone just pulling them towards. And that's why you can see St. Joseph's College are defeated here at Havelock Park. Vidyartha College come down to Colombo, defeat St. Joseph's College 27 points to 22. and kick off the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024 season.
Well, if you're feeling the heat of this match, chill out, folks. Grab a Maliban lemon puff and make up your mood. Maliban lemon puff with real lemon and no artificial colors or flavors will give you a zesty kick to keep you chilled all game long. So next time when you need to chill, grab a Maliban lemon puff and chill like a champion. Maliban lemon puff. Chill when the lemon. Well, need to be a few packets of Maliban lemon puff in the Joe's camp today.
Indeed, Sharak, quite a few Melbourne lemon puffs are required to chill this fans here. But this was the second half try, the sublime try by Gayan Berra. In fact, he scored collecting off his bootlaces and beating a couple of would-be tacklers and going over for the only try, in fact, in the second half. Well, the only try for Vidyartha College in the second half. St. Joseph's College managed a try in the dying embers, but with the kick not going their way, St. Joseph's College trailed, and after this penalty was conceded by the Josephians, Kumar stepped up and the NDB player of the match, Kumar, who had a sublime game, capped it off with a great penalty to send Vidyartha College home with all the points available from this fixture down in Colombo, and to kick off the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024 season in sublime fashion.
What a start and what a result for this season. An outstanding game of rugby, a superb performance from the visiting team who've come down to Colombo and taken us all by storm. Superb bits of defense, superb bits of attack, and even better game management from this Vidyartha team to send the home team, Joseph's, the favourites, one of the teams that we thought might have a dent in the league title and how that they might make other teams look. It will be a long road for them to recover from this defeat at home and make sure that their crowd stays interested. 3 tries, 2 conversions to Ivano White and 3 conversions and 1 to Bhishma Jayasekara and 3 conversions to Kumara from Vidyartha College. That's what made the difference. And then of course that final penalty to kick the game over as well in reply to the 1 penalty from St. Joseph's.
Rusit Tamodya from Vidyartha College winning the player of the match, the NDB player of the match. And that pretty much rounded off a lovely game for Vidyartha College, visiting down from Kandy. They came and they came with the goods, and they somehow managed to get over the line against St. Joseph's College to kick off the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024 season.
So we've got a couple of games coming up tomorrow as well. I'll be up in Kandy for Trinity taking on St. Thomas's for the Canon RS Deserum Trophy. And that's going to be a big one as well. And if this game is anything to go by, Romario, there's going to be lots happening. And you'll be at another game tomorrow, Romario?
Yes, indeed, Shanaka. If anything is to go by, we'll be in for a great weekend of rugby. In fact, there's 7 games of rugby lined up tomorrow. Zaira College playing host to Wesley College.
That should be a game really that will see a lot of tries. Well, that's we have a lot of action tomorrow. 7 games, and make sure you pick the ones you want. If you don't, you can watch them all on the papare.com as well. Thanks very much for joining us. From the Papare production crew, from Romario De Silva and myself, it's goodbye for now.
Radials. The road is yours.
අප්පා හරියට වෝටර් ප්‍රූෆ් කරේ නැත්නම් ටයිල් වල සල්ලි ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ගිය සල්ලි සේරම වතුරේ.
ඉහළ ටෙන්සයිල් ඇඩිෂන් සහ ක්‍රැක් බ්‍රිජින් හැකියාව සමගින් ඔබේ නිවාස සියලු ජලකාන්දු වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer. ජලකාන්දුවට තිත.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756.
Amana Bank. It's your bank. Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Right. Study sikai jobs dekaduna karanna. Real energy for real life. Ride. Maliban lemon puff puff. Lemon puff. Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide. Rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai. Maliban lemon puff puff. Lemon puff. Maliban lemon puff. Maliban lemon puff. Chill when lemon.
double magic. මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න. beat එක remake කරන්න නැතෙන්න. හදවත බාවලා යන්න කින්නර fashion කරන්න. fun දුරන්න කොතුමි කික් එක වෙන්න. Prima කොතුමි fun තමයි.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm.
I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
5 account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
ඔබේ බිත්තියට අනර්ගතම සුදු පැහැයක් ලබා ගැනීමට සහ ඔබ බිත්තියට තෝරන පේන්ට් එකේ පාට හරියටම පෙන්වන නව සුවිශේෂී පොලිමර් සංයෝගයක් සමගින් ගේ ඇතුළත සහ පිටත බිත්ති නිමා කරගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
මේ ගඳටයි තද පැල්ලම් වලටයි මොකද කරන්නේ?
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් වල ඩබල් මැජික් එකෙන් ඇඳුම් වල තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරමින් කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ ලබා දෙනවා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.